They didn't just lock me out of the house I grew up in. They tried to erase me from their lives. So I reminded them exactly who held the keys. My name is Ethan Cole, and this isn't a revenge story. It's about what happens when you stop begging to be loved and take back what was already yours. I was 30, burned out, stitched up from 12 years as a deep sea welder, the kind of job that makes your bones hum at night and your lungs forget air. I just walked away from it, all hoping to come home to something real. A warm welcome, maybe even a "we missed you." Instead, I got 6 words in an email. "You're not welcome home this year." No call, no explanation, just silence from my father, Gerald, my mother, Leah, my younger brother, Mason, gone like I never mattered. I stared at the screen in my cold crest with loft string lights flickering like a flatline and typed the only words I could muster. "I understand, but I didn't." Something inside me snapped. Quietly, I opened a bottle, raised a glass to no one, and toasted the bloodline that cut me out. 6 days later, my phone lit up with 14 missed calls. They didn't know yet, but I'd already set everything in motion. "Let me take you back." I left home at 18, not chasing dreams, but running from a father who gave orders like love and a mother who smoothed over bruises with excuses. "Don't mess this up, Ethan," Gerald used to say, ice cold as steel. Lila would whisper, "He's just tired." Love, Mason. He learned to blend in, be quiet, be agreeable. I didn't. I left. Welding became my way out, and I was good. Damn good. I sent money when their roof caved in, paid off their fridge, postcards from the rigs, birthday calls from the Bering Sea. They never asked if I was okay. Christmas, I'd show up hopeful. Gerald would hand me a wrench. Leah would keep stirring her pot. Mason barely looked up from his laptop. Wasn't a son. I was a service. I was a service. This year, I wanted different. I quit welding, shoulder torn, heart tired. I bought a train ticket, packed a bag. Imagine sitting on that old leather couch, eating gingerbread, laughing with Mason. Then I got that email. And the thing is, they forgot something. One document I never did. Buried in a folder. On my laptop was a PDF. 7 years old, a loan application. Their house was drowning in debt. Gerald's credit was shot. I co-signed to help. I was 27, starving for his respect. Just a formality, he said. But it wasn't. My signature made me 51% owner of 42 Willow Ridge Drive, and they never knew until I reminded them. I called my friend Lucas, a lawyer I met at a welding expo. "What happens if the majority stakeholder gets shut out?" He chuckled. "Then the House answers to you." That night I sent one email. Clean, legal. I see. Cold. Effective immediately. I, Ethan Cole, am asserting my legal rights as majority owner. All decisions now go through my attorney. Then I booked a remote cabin in the Adirondacks for Christmas. No decorations, just snow and silence. 6 days later, I turned on my phone. Voicemail from Mason. "What the hell, Ethan?" Gerald's voice. Boiling rage. Lawyer named Brent trying to play peacemaker. I didn't answer. This wasn't revenge. It was recognition of the man I'd become and the boy they discarded. Christmas morning. Leah finally called. "Ethan, please. Gerald's losing it. Mason's a wreck. Can't we talk?" I stood by the fireplace staring at the flame. "Remember my 26th birthday? I said I was bleeding in an infirmary off Noof, Finland. Called you. You told Gerald not to worry." She didn't remember. Of course not. That's when I knew I was never coming home, because there never was one. I'd already filed the paperwork. Property manager, an old Rigmate visited the house that day. He found more than cracks and rot. They were renting out rooms, cash, no leases, no records. They turned my share of the house into a business while cutting me out like garbage. I sent one final email. All unauthorized tenants must vacate. You have 30 days to sign a lease under my terms or leave. This property is under review for violations. Then I texted Mason, check your email. January 3rd, I pulled up to 42 Willow Ridge Drive, not for a fight, for closure. Brought the property manager a locksmith, a binder of legal documents. Gerald opened the door, rage dripping from his face. You're not taking my house, Ethan, he shouted. I stepped past him, boots hitting the floor like a gavel. Layla was crying. Mason stared blankly. I looked at all of them and said, this isn't your house anymore. It's mine. Sign a lease or get out. Gerald clenched his fists, but I didn't flinch. I stared into darker depths than his anger. As I stepped back into the snow, something lifted off me. Not because I'd won, but because I was finally done bleeding for people who never showed up for me. That house, it was never home. Home was the fire I built inside myself. If you've ever had to walk away from